Hi friends, welcome back to Laptop Seniors. I'm doing a few pre-recordings right now because I'm about to go in for rotator cuff surgery, and I know that Pat is not going to be the best at doing my hair and makeup, and who knows how I'm going to be feeling for the next couple of weeks. So he's going to take over for some of the video, and I'm just doing a few intros right now. Today, I'm introducing you to a way of finding out prices in places that you're considering retiring to, or maybe just going to travel to, if you're just curious about the cost of living in different places. So right now, Pat is going to take you through step by step on how to find current pricing on groceries and some other items in any country, in any language. Stay with us.
This is what you're going to do, and it's really simple to do. And again, you do not need the language. I'm going to go to Portugal, and as far as speaking it, I have no idea. Okay, so I'm a novice at this, so I'm going to go somewhere where I don't know. So what would you do? Well, first thing you want to see is the grocery stores, because you get flyers if you're in Canada, or you're in the US, or you're in Europe. You're going to get a flyer every single week of whatever the big chains are. It might be Carrefour, it might be Aldi, it could be Kroger, it could be Metro, Loblaws. You're going to get those. It's the same in countries all over the world. So you want to go looking for one of those, and they always have them online. So where do we start? Again, we're going to start with Portugal, and we're going to make a simple question. And this is what I'm going to ask. What are the big grocery stores in Lisbon, Portugal? Now, I could just say Portugal, but there may be stores that you don't want to waste your time looking at that are in little towns, but they're probably in Lisbon too. Again, to give you a starting ballpark, what the prices are going to be, because that's all you're looking for. You're not looking for a deal. You're just looking to get an idea of what things cost. So let's hit this and see what we get. Okay, so let's hit this and see what it is. Oh, great. All right, so what is this? Best supermarkets in Portugal, complete guide 2024. Up to date, nice. And these are the supermarkets for variety and convenience. Pingo Doce, I think that is one of the convenience stores. Continente for sure is a grocery store. Lidl or Lidl, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that, but that's a big one. You see that all the time. Aldi for sure. El Corte Inglés, you see that. There's a bunch of those stores in Lisbon. I think there's 2-3. Intermarché. So let's concentrate on this one, only because I just happen to know it because we're in Portugal and we've been in a couple of these, and they're big. These are big grocery stores that have a ton of stuff. Where Aldi's is, Aldi's is one of the largest grocery chains in the world, hands down, but they tend to be smaller stores, not really gigantic ones. So let's go to this one because it's big. Now, up on top here, let me see if I can move this up a little bit, move this down, just so you can see what I'm doing. This is the top of the browser. So this is the URL for this grocery chain. So I'm going to copy this. And then I'm going to go, after copying it, I'm going to go to Google language. So let's just go google.com/language tools. All right. And you could just put detect a language here, but since you're working in Portuguese, let's just go to Portugal. All right, we're in Portugal. So if I wanted to, I'm going to save this particular tab because we're going to go back and forth to it on things. But in here, you'd start typing in, like if you see bovina or bovino, it's going to tell you that it's beef, all right? Because that's the word in Portuguese for beef. Again, I have no idea if I'm saying it right, all right? But you're going to want to do the website because you've copied a website URL. So let's just hit website here. Now we're going to paste what we copied, www.continente, PT for Portugal, and we're going to hit translate. And this thing is going to go off, and it's going to translate it into English. Now, it's not going to translate the pictures because the pictures, it's not HTML code, so it can't do that. But the lettering, where the words would be, they are, and they can put those into English in a lot of places, okay? Like this said something different, but now it says school books. Furniture returned to classrooms. vintage fruits. That would have been Portuguese wording prior to that. So what do we want to look for? Let's look for food first. Okay, so we'll go under products and highlights, American fruits, and all right, here, let's start with fruits and vegetables. And let's start with vegetables. And wow, that's a really elaborate website. I didn't really expect it to be this elaborate, but let's just keep going with it. So potatoes, onions, and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so here we go. Sweet potatoes, €2 a kilogram. Now, a kilogram is 2.2 pounds. So if it's €2 a kilogram, the exchange rate into US dollars, we'll keep everything in US dollars, is about $1.11. So if you wanted to buy €1 with US dollars, you'd have to pay $1.11. So since we have €2 here, you're going to have to do two 11-cent things, which is 22 cents. So this is going to be $2.22 a kilo for sweet potatoes. Then you would divide $2, basically $2.20. Let's make it easy and cut it in two. So it's $1 for a pound of sweet potatoes. $1. That's the price in U.S. currency. This, as you can see, it's $1.59. I mean, I'm not even going to try to do the math, specifically, but you can see that sweet potatoes, these type of sweet potatoes, which look like red potatoes, to me, the red skin ones. I mean, this is going to be, I don't know, 70 cents a pound, something like that. These little tiny little sweet potato things, this is, again, it's going to be like $1 for that bag of which is 500 grams, which is, again, about a pound. So what do we have here? So these are zucchini. It's $1.50. It's €1.50 a kilo, which is going to be, I don't know, about $1.75 American for a kilo. Again, just to make it easy, even though it's going to be cheaper than what I'm about to say, but just cut this in half. So $1.75 is going to be whatever that is, 75, 80 cents, something like that, maybe 90 cents. 90 cents for a pound of zucchini. A pound of zucchini, I don't think is 90 cents anywhere I can recall in the US or Canada lately. Cucumbers, roughly the same, but it's going to be a little less. As you can see, it's €149 versus $139. Broccoli, okay, this is going to be interesting because I just noticed $1.99 a pound in the grocery store here. So that's a real price, $1.99 a pound. This is $1.99 a kilo, which is, even with the exchange, you're looking at $2.20, and then you cut that in half because you're getting over 2 pounds, so you're down to $1. So it's half the price. Broccoli, 50% less. Carrots, okay, just looking at this is going to be like what? Pound of carrots, 45 cents, somewhere in there. I mean, again, I'm doing these off the top of my head, but I'm not gonna be that far off. How about tomatoes? $2.29 a kilo. Let's reverse how we're doing this. Just cut this in half. So now it's $1.15 a pound in euros, and that's going to take it up to probably $1.25 a pound for tomatoes. I mean, what do you usually see them for? But $2.99, $1.99 a pound. This is going to be like $1.30, somewhere in there. What else we want to take a look at here? Red peppers. Red peppers, they're usually expensive. They're usually kind of come out, even in Costco, they tend to come out to like at least $1 for each one. So this is $2.99 a kilo. It'll be $3.33 in US dollars. So just bear that in mind, okay? But just for the sake of fast going through this, just take this at face value, like the euro and the dollar is at par, because you're only off like 10%. It's peanuts in the scheme of what we're trying to get a feel for. So this is $3 a kilo. Cut that in half, so now it's $1.50 a pound. And how many of these peppers can you get for a pound? $1.50 at home probably gets you 2. Here you're probably going to get 4. Onions, $1.29 a kilo. It's rounded off to $1.30 for easy math, and then cut that in half. So 50, that's 65 cents for a pound of onions. Cauliflower, $2.50. That makes it, what is that, $1.75 for a pound. I don't know where you get one cauliflower for $1.75. I don't think that's happening any place that you're shopping. Look through. if you want to come back and do the math. Let's go to eggs. Let's take the lowest one because, they probably have things for organic and, grass-fed and all that sort of stuff. Let's just go to a plain low-end egg and work from there. Okay, that would probably be this one, Class M solo eggs. There's a dozen of them. And in euros, it's $2.15. So in US dollars, this is going to be about $2.40, somewhere around there. So $2.40 US dollars for a dozen of eggs. Okay, what's the highest one here? $2.79. So that'd be $3, US dollars roughly for whatever this happens to be. And it's probably, some thing that home is going to be like $5 or $6, somewhere in there. Okay, let's go to something. How about butter? Butter right now is running, $6 US, $8 Canada, I would say, if you're watching in either of those countries. And let's get a pound of butter. Where's a pound? Maybe they don't have a pound. I probably have to do the math here and get up to a pound. Unfortunately, bear with me here. Just looking. All right, let's do the math. They don't have anything that's a pound, but we can figure it out from here. So this is 220. This is, no, for a kilo, 8.96. So it's basically, it's €9 for a kilo. So let's cut that in half. 4.50 for a pound, even though it's going to be cheaper than that. So 4.50. So this butter is going to be roughly about $5. All right, maybe it's not that cheap for that butter. $5. Although this butter is definitely cheaper. I'm not sure what the difference of these two are, but this is $8 a kilo, so it's going to be $4 a pound. So that's what butter would cost. Let's move on to something else. Last one, we'll do meat. We'll bounce through some meat stuff here. You can get a feel for that. So this is $13.23 a kilo for this hamburger, picada, carne picada. Again, not being Portuguese relevant here. I don't know if this is amazing, like super lean or not lean, or what this basically represents. But just to maybe just look across here, what's the rough price range here? So for a kilo, you go from roughly $10.50 to $13 to $10 to $9 to $13. So, and this is Angus. Oh no, this is it is hamburger. These are pre-made hamburgers. Okay, so for hamburgers, this is kind of the range. So I would say let's take this one, which is somewhere in between. Which you got a 9, you got a 10, you got a 13, and another 11. Let's just say 10. Say this is the norm. $10 a kilo. Cut that in half. It's going to be $5 a pound of hamburger. Let's move over here to boneless chicken breasts. Skinless, boneless, and this is $6.79 a kilo. Let's just round it up to 8 so we can do easy math. Cut that in half for a pound, $4 a pound, and it's going to be a little less than that again because of the 2.2 into a kilo. And what else they have here? They actually have steaks or beef or other things. They probably do. If we scroll down enough. Okay, here's again more boneless chicken breasts, boneless, skinless. This is $6.50 a kilo, which is even cheaper than what I just said. So this is going to be about $3.50, somewhere around there, $3.50 a pound in US dollars. What else we got here is pork. It's hard to tell from the picture, and again, I don't know what that means, what bifanas is. Well, actually, you know what? Let's find out. I figure that I'm actually showing you how to do this. So let's do this. Let's go to this page. Pork steaks. Okay, so that's what that means. Again, this is back to the language page that I showed you originally. And this is where you can look something up, specifically of what the heck is that you're talking about. So these are pork steaks, $5.39 a kilo. Cut that in half. It's $2.70 a pound. That seems pretty cheap. And okay, this would be a pork roast, $7.50. Let's round it up to $8 US and then cut it in half. So it's going to be $4 for that. $4 a pound for pork roast. Oh, okay. Here we go. This is beef. This is Angus. Let's cut this and see what this actually is actually saying. So I'm going to copy it. And I'm going to go to the language. I'm going to stick it in here and see what this actually is. Okay, that was not helpful at all. Okay, I wonder if detect the language will help. Oh, okay. Still doesn't really help me. Counter calf overalls. I don't know what that is. Oh well. Looks like sort of stew beef to me, doesn't it? And this is $10 a kilo, so it's going to be $5 a pound, a little less than that, $4.80 a pound for stewing beef. That seems low. If I recollection of being in the store, because I think it's a lot higher than that. I want to say it's running $9-10 somewhere in there. But again, I'm going from memory. Okay, here's another one. Last one. And then we'll move on to I'll do this last one, and then I'll move on to non-food things and just show you that on this particular site. So I'm going to copy this, go back to language, stick it in. Okay. Sliced sirloin steak at the counter. Sliced beef sirloin steak at the counter. Okay, thank you for making it clear. Helpful. So sliced sirloin, it's $13 a kilo. Cut it in half, it's $6 a pound. For sirloin, pretty sure you're not going to be able to get that under 10 or 11 bucks at home. Just don't think that's going to happen. All right, let's move on to non-food stuff. We'll go back up here. What would be easy? It's going to be the same everywhere. Probably an appliance. That probably would be a good thing. You know, stove is a stove. So let's go to a microwave. And hopefully they have prices. Oh, okay. Well, this is cool. And there's no pound and kilo type thing to mess with, so the price is going to be the price. So looks like these look like air fryers. Yeah, without oil. So these are air fryers. I don't know that brand. Could be good, could be bad. So what's an air fryer go at home? I mean, you're looking at probably at least $100 minimum, somewhere in there. You know, and they can go up to like 200, so $100. These are going to be in US dollars, 47, 44, 40, no, not even that, 38. This one, which is looks like one of the big ones, which is for sure going to be over $100 or $200. This could be one of those $300 ones, here at home. This one's $100. Here's a typical microwave. Again, can't tell the brand. It looks like it's Becker. Becken. I have no idea what Becken is. If they actually do the exchange for real, this would be $111. Let's do mattresses. You can see the prices, roughly €150, which is going to be like, I don't know, maybe $160, somewhere in there. It's 300. Let's go to the most expensive one that they have here and see what that is, because that's going to be the top of the line. Foam mattress, $350, so that'd be like $400. Here's a whole set foam mattress and bed. Yeah, well, I wonder what this actually says. Last thing we're going to do here. $500, so this is going to be $550 in American money. Okay, whatever this thing is. We'll open this up, and I'm also going to go to the exchange, the translate, and see what it is. So there's a whole bed for $550 with a mattress. Okay, and let's see what this actually says. Foam mattress bed set with storage, single play. Okay, that might actually mean that it's a single bed. It's not like a double or a queen or a king. So that's how you do this. I was going to run through Aldi too. I mean, because, Aldi also is in Portugal, as it is in a lot of other countries. And, they're a little bit simpler to deal with. Like if we go here, show me the flyer, and the flyer comes up, and there's the pictures. And, there's the prices, same thing, but, they do less, so it's not so, daunting to look through. And if you just want to, pop through, celery, $1.39. Onions, $1.45, but the kilo price is 97 cents. So basically it's $1 a kilo. So you're looking at probably 45 cents a pound for onions. And let's do carrots here. Carrots, oh my God. Carrots are 80 cents euro, which is going to be like 90 cents American money. So 40 cents for a pound of carrots? That's kind of what that's going to be. And I wonder if they bounce to meat here. Do they have meat? Oh, yeah, okay. Last one. I keep saying last one, but sorry. So, you can look through this. You can slow this video down when you want. Here's hamburger. This is chicken, boneless, skinless chicken breasts. You can come back for the prices and do the math yourself. Just take the price and cut it in half, roughly, and that's what it is per pound. It's going to generally work out to be that. So this is going to be a pound of a beef roast. It's going to be $5.50 a pound, less than that actually, for a beef, per pound for a beef roast, which looks like a nice one, at least in the picture. To go back and just rehash this, go on Google, the country you're wondering about, ask for what are the biggest grocery chains in the country. Pick out one or two, go to their websites, then go to Google language and ask for the website to be turned into English for you. Again, the pictures won't be, but anything that's in HTML code will get switched, and now you can traipse through it and make sense of it, because a lot of it will be in English. And then just do the math. You look at it and you go like, wow, Portugal's cheaper. Maybe we should go there. That's what this is all about.
Please be sure to leave your comments. Let us know what you thought about this information. I don't think anybody else has shared this out there, have they? We love being on the cutting edge. Thanks for being with us again, and be sure to come back and see us next time. Bye for now.